Palestine is a region in the Middle East. It lies between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea. Many different people have lived in Palestine over thousands of years. In 1948, most of Palestine became part of the country of Israel. Since then, the region has experienced bitter fighting between Palestinian Arabs, who are mostly Muslims, and Israelis, who are mostly Jews. Palestine is sometimes called the Holy Land. It's a sacred place for three major religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Palestine is important to Jews because the ancient kingdom of Israel was located there. Jews believed that God promised the land to them. Palestine is important to Christians because Jesus lived and worked there. Palestine also has several sites that are holy to Muslims. Long ago, Palestine was called Kenyan. Tribes of people called Canaanites controlled the area for more than 1,000 years. In about 1200 BCE, Hebrew or Jewish tribes began to arrive. In about 1000 BCE, King Saul began to unite these tribes into the kingdom of Israel. The next ruler, David, united all the tribes, expanded the kingdom, and made Jerusalem the capital. In about 922 BCE, the kingdom split into two weaker states, Israel and Judah or Judea. Both fell under the rule of more powerful neighbors. During the time that Jesus lived, Palestine was part of the Roman Empire. By the 300s CE, Christians ruled the eastern part of the Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, which included Palestine. Many Christians began arriving in Palestine, especially in Jerusalem. Nevertheless, the region continued to be the home of the Jewish people as well. Muslim Arabs invaded in the 600s. Muslims controlled Palestine for most of the next several centuries. Beginning in 1099, European Christians took over parts of Palestine. Their battles against Muslim rulers were known as the Crusades. Muslim regained was a part of the Muslim Ottoman Empire from the 1500s to 1917. In 1917, during World War I, British forces took control of Palestine. At that time, Muslim Arabs and Jews were the two main groups of people who lived there. Great Britain governed Palestine from the end of the war until 1948. British officials supported a movement called Zionism, which called for a Jewish state to be formed in Palestine. During this period, many Jews moved to Palestine from around the world, especially from Eastern Europe. Many arrived in the 1930s after Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany. The sharp increase in Jewish immigration angered Arabs in Palestine. Between 1936 and 1939, they rebelled against British rule. In 1947, Britain turned to the United Nations (UN) to help with the situation. A UN commission recommended creating separate Jewish and Arab states. The Arabs rejected the proposal. Nevertheless, in 1948, Israel was created as a Jewish homeland. The surrounding Arab countries didn't like having a Jewish country in Palestine. They fought several wars with Israel. During the wars, Israel took the land from the Arabs. That land included two parts of Palestine called the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. The Arabs who lived in Palestine before Israel was created are called Palestinians. After Israel was created, many Palestinians had to leave their homeland. Some Palestinians started a movement to take back Palestine. In 1964, they formed the Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO). Palestinians sometimes attacked Israel, and Israelis fought back. In the 1990s, Israeli and Palestinian leaders began trying to come up with a peaceful solution for sharing Palestine. In 1993, Israel and the PLO came to an agreement. Israel accepted that the Palestinians would gain control of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. A new government called the Palestinian Authority (PA) was set up to govern the two territories. However, the agreement did not bring peace to the region. One group of Palestinians, in particular, opposed the peace talks. The group called Hamas did not believe that Israel had a right to exist. It continued to fight with Israelis as well as the Palestinians who wanted to work with Israel. In 2012, the leader of PA decided to look for support beyond the region. He asked for full membership in the UN. That status would have meant that the member countries of the UN recognized the Palestinian territories as an independent country. The UN denied the request. However, in 2012, the UN agreed to change the territory's status from permanent observer to non-member observer states. The upgrade status would allow Palestinians to join international bodies, for example, the International Criminal Court. The Gaza-Israel conflict is a long-running dispute between the Gaza Strip, a Palestinian territory, and Israel. It revolves around political, territorial, and security matters, and it has resulted in violence, wars, genocide, and ongoing tensions. Key issues include border disputes, control of resources, and the political self-determination of Palestinians in Gaza. An important background to note in this conflict is the Gaza blockade, which is imposed by Israel and Egypt after Hamas took control of Gaza in 2007 following the Fatah-Hamas conflict. The blockade restricts the movement of people and goods in and out of Gaza, impacting the daily lives of its residents. International efforts tries to find a peaceful resolution, but this remains a complex and unresolved issue. Human Rights Watch have described the Gaza Strip, which has been under an Israeli blockade since 2007, as an open-air prison.